Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. So Big30 sending shots to Moneybagyo for trying to kick him off the label. They left Big30 off the big mural that they painted in Moneybagyo house that's supposed to show every single person that's supposed to be in CMG and BGE. They put in Big30's cousin Newski, but they left Big30 out of it, and he was heated, man. He sent guccimane down. They pulled right up to Moneybagyo with the issues like, why is he sneak dissing and trying to play around with Big30's name like that, man? They was mad because that's messing with his money, man. And they trying to basically send a message saying they don't want Big30 and BGE no more, that they trying to replace him with Glorilla. Once poohshiesty hears this and he gets out, he gonna smack Yogotti's taste out his mouth for letting Moneybagyo do that to Big30, man, because they had an agreement that when Yogotti and guccimane got into their whole beef about poohshiesty and Big30, it was supposed to be where Big30 goes with BGE and poohshiesty goes with 1017. And that was the agreement, that they not supposed to do nothing to jeopardize or to basically make it to where one person getting shelved or something like they doing to Big30. And so they just broke that agreement, and now it's on between Yogotti, Moneybagyo, everybody. Big30, man, it's crazy because Big30's cousins is really gonna be the ones who gonna ride if this goes down. Like, how they gonna try to diss and basically ruin Big30 name like that when he helped y'all build up that whole BGE, man. And then he still tries to go out to the same corner store where he gets his Grabbas and his Frontos, wearing all his chains. He should have tucked them. He should already be getting his Grabbas and everything from the realfronto.com, because they got 100% all natural delivered right to you with a 10% code in the description. CEO Media, use that promo code, man. And all this stuff is not happening for no reason. Yogotti's restaurant first, that happens. And then now the issue with Moneybagyo and Big30's beef going on. Like, they gonna have their uncles pull up on each other in the middle of the street and duke it out. Like, they gonna have to throw hands or something. And now people are picking sides in Memphis. It's either you gonna be with CMG or you gonna be on Dolph's side. And so Big30 is choosing Dolph's side because he already sees how CMG try to screw him over. They try to drop him off this and all the sneak dissing. He's tired of all that, the charades and the behind the back talk, man. Because one thing about it is that he would have just went and signed with guccimane if he would have known that it was going to be like this, with all this drama and this much whatever hate and jealousy that's inside within the CMG. And so he's also don't want to be wrapped up with the RICO. Like, he really don't want to have anything to do with that, because he wasn't a part of the Young Dolph thing. He just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time and get signed right before the Dolph's thing happened. And so he don't want to get twisted and thrown into the RICO. And that's why he really was like, man, you know what? I regret signing with CMG. He would have went with 1017 and stayed with poohshiesty because that's his cousin. And he'd rather show loyalty to his cousin and guccimane, who put them on, than to get, backstabbed by CMG and Moneybagyo, get left off the mural, only to be replaced with Glorilla, and like have your cousin who got sent up be put in the picture in the mural. But then Big30 don't get to make it when he was there actually holding his cousin in his arms, trying to save him and everything like that. And one thing y'all got to understand is that Makita's Raven went to school with Big30 and all these dudes. Like, Big30 and Key Glock and Raven all went to school. And so since Raven wanted to be with CMG so bad, and she was already trying to get 901 Trigger Tray put on when she could have really been putting on Big30. She was right there with Key Glock and Big30 and could have been managing them and trying to put them on to get hella bread. But instead, she did not stay loyal to the people that she was with right there, and she switched sides and went with CMG. And that's why she tried to get 901 Trigger Tray pulled up. This would have all been different, man, if people would have just woke up, realized, and look at the fact that they got to just come together, and Memphis is small. So they should have already been formed their own group and their own big label instead of Yogotti just coming and trying to run the town. Like, y'all got to understand, CEO Daddy-O and Yogotti is best friends. They used to be out there in the streets walking 10 toes down together. And so at the end of the day, they best friends. Like, they sit down and drink tea and eat biscuits together. And so they already know that at the end of the day, they gonna get each other covered than other people. That's why Yo Gotti wants to buy PRE. That's why they was always offering all these millions to get Dolph to sign with them, is because they already know that Daddy-O was going to approve for that. That's why Daddy-O hasn't spoke up and said nothing about nothing, because people is catching on to the fact that now, oh yeah, you know what? Since we already know Yo Gotti and Daddy-O as business partners, they was probably working on something together to get to buy out Dolph, or try to, do something to where they own PRE in somehow, some way. And they could have finessed it either way, because Daddy-O is on the inside as a person who infiltrated and got in, because how he gonna be best friends with Yo Gotti and then also be business partners with Dolph? That just don't make no sense. Not a lot of people are doing that. And so that's the two-sided issue, that pretty much a lot of people think that Dolph got snaked in that situation, and that this whole thing could have been some type of setup and plot over, and it's always over some type of money, some type of power, some type of control or territory. And so at the end of the day, Yo Gotti and Daddy-O, the way they grew up looking at the tower, the territory and the power and all that, the trip. And so what they wanted to do was take over Memphis like that and not let nobody else shine. That's why you see Moneybagg and Big30 going at it, because it's the same thing happening over and over again. Like, they not trying to let Big30 shine. And so if Big30's cousins slide for that reason, and they slide for Dolph, and they slide for the Prive restaurant and all that, then you already know that it's gonna go down, because Key Glock would join right in with this. Snoop Bands would join right in. Big Moochie Grape already said that he's sick and tired of all of that, and that he's ready to get the justice for young Dolph. Like, one thing about it is that these dudes been sitting back and looking at everybody do everything from CMG, and all the dissing coming from Black Youngster, all the shadiness coming from that. And they looked at it like they thought the cookie store was going to help get the justice for Dolph. But still, it's people on the run, and they got 8 people down for this, but they still ain't had the trial yet. And that's how you going to know that once the people get caught up, and if they even do, and if they go through with the CMG RICO, that's when you know, okay, everybody's going to be scrambling, and then you going to see the real, whatever happens in the dark is going to come to light, because the truth will prevail. And so everybody knows already that Dolph got set up. And so it's a matter of time until they just get justice for it. But people are going to start leaving CMG left and right, because they already see the RICO coming. They already see the trial coming. They see the fact that when they go and take it to it, and the witnesses come out and they say everything that they saw happen with the Dolph incident, the Bentley, who was there, who was running out the back door, who was they secretly letting in through the side door while Dolph was inside. And so, and everything like that, like, they're going to break that down. And that's why you already see the split up. Like, people are leaving. They don't want to get wrapped up in the RICO when this all comes down, man. And y'all got to understand that Moneybagg and Glorilla, they already got some type of secret connection together, and Big30 got into the middle of it, man. And so that's why Moneybagg got jealous of Big30, because he was about to basically have the hit with Glorilla, and she was liking him more than Moneybagg. So one thing about it is that you cannot be kicking people off the label all due to a female and jealousy, man. Because one thing about it is Moneybagg already got Ari and all these other ladies, so he don't need Glorilla with him. And that's why you already seeing the fact that these dudes is going at it, because they all want to be the macho man and everything, and they all want to impress Glorilla because she's the only girl in the group. If you really think about it, she's the only girl in the group, and all the other guys are guys. And so they all think that they big street dudes, so that they got to play the tough role. So they really all just trying to impress Glorilla because they like her. They see that she's making millions of dollars, and she's with the youths and all that stuff, right? And all the ratchet girls are turning up to her. So they want to be noticed for that. They want to get all the attention that's coming from that. So that's why they keep doing things like this and going back and forth, because secretly they just really trying to get Glorilla to notice them and like them more than the other guys, because they know that if the CMG RICO comes, then it's going to be the end of times for them. And the only person that's going to make it out of the CMG RICO is Glorilla, because she signed she's the one who signed last. And even if you go back and look at her history, she actually got alibis saying that she was cool with Dolph before. But that's what makes it so dangerous, is that she flips sides. How do you flip sides like that? You can never trust somebody that flips sides. And one thing about it, and two things for certain, is that people always flip sides. Like when it comes to informants and the feds and everything like that. People snitch. It's 2023. People are making a living off of snitching, man. They be looking at any type of anonymous tip that they can give to basically get to eat, and that's what's going on. Like, people been doing that since they get in trouble, get locked up, and tell. Like, ask Big Jook about it, ask Shondell, ask all these people who got caught up for the Dolph, and then they went and told, and then 3 more people get caught up right after, man. So with this whole thing, man, it's a revolving door situation, and people just need to open their eyes, realize, and look at the facts of what's going on with CMG and how it's crumbling apart. Big30, Moneybagyo splitting, and the Glorilla issues, the issues over Dolph and Yogotti, the Prive restaurant. It's like ticking right now for them. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like this video. I'm going to catch you later.